Hello y'all, happy Friday. I'm out here with Luna. Right here. My son took Honey because Luna don't know how to act. She is, you guys know she's very vocal. And James is like, we're not the only ones that live over here. I'm like, I know. But Luna was, that's how she talks, right? She's a barker. So now she has to be stuck with me, sitting down on our little lawn thing. I worked 2 hours at work today. I'm gonna work 2 more hours tonight. It's like oh wait. Oh, that's why I didn't lock it. Hold on. I didn't cook anything for breakfast. After Lido, I did pick up me and Jamez some Wendy's because that's what he requested. So that took up all of our eating out money. I used my debit card, but I'm gonna put that money back into my account, and this is gonna go towards bills, to be honest. I should be doing my July budget, but I'm not doing that right now. Like my first July paycheck budget. I already did my overview for July. I already know my paycheck coming up is gonna be very, very small, but we're gonna be okay. We're gonna get through it, y'all, because I took off basically. I had like 4 hours last week because they gave us some free time for Juneteenth, and between that and me working, going to my team meeting last week, I only worked 4 hours, or got paid for 4 hours out of my 20. And then this week I'm gonna work my full 20 hours. So I'm gonna make up some hours today and tomorrow. But yeah, I thought I would come outside and get some fresh air versus sitting in the house all today. Besides going to Lido, walking the dogs this morning, and going to Wendy's. I came back home and I just went into the bed and I just slept. Yeah, y'all. And they slept with me. They sleeping. Jabez did take them out to go walking. And then they came back in my room and went right back to sleep. But yeah, Jabez, he's out right now. I really like this color. I think it's really pretty. If you guys could see. Yeah, some of these hairs are sticking up, but that's alright. That's alright. That's why I wear like my little scarf around. And it does the job. So, but yeah, I was doing a video of the girls, but the camera was pointed down, so I won't be uploading that. But I'm happy that we did adopt Honey. Honey is a very good addition. After applying for dogs for 4 months, and to finally have a dog, another addition, she is the right fit for us. Like, they're totally opposite. Luna, she's bossy and outgoing. Right now, for what I'm seeing with baby girl Honey, she is very cool, calm, and collected. And you know, it's always good to have one versus or opposite of each other. So they really complement each other. We'll see how she acts. I mean, she's coming out of her shell. She's not a barker though. She hasn't barked once. She whimpers when she's not in the same room as, like, if my son brings her in his room, he says Honey starts to whine until he brings Luna in. So she does like to be with Luna. Yesterday I had Honey playing around with this end, and then Luna was trying to get this end, and they kind of started fighting. So, you know, that's still a work in progress. You know, nobody's getting hurt, but teeth was showing, and I had to pull them apart. So, but yeah, why do I like adopting? Like, I really was going to give up with adopting. I feel like a lot of people are adopting right now because they're at home, but my whole thinking is, will these people, when people have to go back to work, how will they treat the dogs? I hope they treat them just the same, you know, because you know, the pet themselves will have to get used to not having somebody home all the time. That can cause anxiety. If you guys remember with Luna, when we first got her, she was a chewer. She had really bad anxiety, but I worked from home, so that worked out fine for her. Baby girl seems to be good, but that's because she has Luna. So if me and Jamez leave the house, we don't leave the house for too long. But if we go to like the store, she has at least Luna to keep her company. But my thoughts are, and if you guys read the news, that people are adopting animals like crazy. And I get it because they're good companions, but why weren't these people adopting before all of this happened? Is life ever going to go back to normal? Who knows? But hopefully a lot more jobs will allow people to work from home. But what about people that did adopt and now when things go back and their offices start opening, what happens to the pets? That's my one concern. I mean, obviously I can't be concerned for them. I just hope that people really do love their love the dogs that they adopted or animals that they adopted, and they will show them just as much care and concern once, you know, life goes kind of back to normal. But it took us a while. Like, we started looking in, Jamez started looking in February. Like I said, I wanted another dog, but I wasn't too sure what was going on with my income, if I was going to go still be working or not. But Jamez, he was adamant about looking for another dog. We wanted more like a puppy, something that it wouldn't be stuck in its ways and it wouldn't be too hard to train. Because when we got Luna, she would use the bathroom, like, she would be strictly in Jamez's room, and she would use the bathroom in Jamez's room. Honey, I will say, Honey, off the bat, she just uses the bathroom outside. I don't know her background. I don't know Luna's background. Luna came from down south as well, from, like, Mississippi, I believe, or something like that. Tennessee, Mississippi, somewhere. But she's really good, obviously. She's a little sneaky. Honey is a little sneaky. I do catch her chewing on stuff that she ain't got no business chewing on. And as soon as you look at her, she stops. But I think she's just like a little baby at heart. Like people, when they look at her, it's like, she's a baby still, isn't she? She's just gotta get bigger. I'm like, no. They said she's approximately 1 year old, so she ain't gonna get bigger. Besides getting fatter, that's about it. But yeah, adopting, it's so wonderful to adopt because you can give these dogs or animals a loving home. It makes you feel good, and you can see how they appreciate it as well. Like, they appreciate being in a good home. And, you know, sometimes as humans, we kind of take things for granted. These dogs, these animals, they don't take things for granted. They're very loving, very passionate, right, Luna? Come here, come here. Oh, you just relaxing, but I want to show the people you love me, right? You do love me. You don't? You do. Oh, Luna, you're such a baby. Luna, Luna is a big difference. She's not a cuddler. Honey is. So that's a nice difference as well. Luna's like, yo, get off of me. I'm a G. Don't be hugging me in front of my friends. Oh my goodness. But yeah, it gives us a chance to show them a good time. I was kind of scared. Like, the first 2 days that we had got Honey, Jamez was like, oh, she likes you better than me already. And I'm like, no, she doesn't. So I thought that was going to be an issue, but he's calmed down with that. Honey, she's just a lovable little thing, and she just want to be where Luna's at. That's all. So yeah, so we don't have to fight over no dog. I never fought over Luna anyways. Luna's a brat, y'all. Luna's a brat. But yeah, I mean, some shelters, they waive the fee. Obviously, for both Luna and her, I had to pay a fee. But with Honey, right off the bat, I could say it was $175 to adopt her. I forgot how much it cost to adopt Luna. I don't remember. but it was a couple hundred, I believe, as well. 100, close to 200. But it was well worth it. Well worth it. And Luna was a smaller dog as well. So I think we did have to pay a little bit more for her. She was like 19 pounds when we got her. I'll link her adoption video down below. But really, y'all, like when we went to the shelter for Honey, they were like, yeah, these dogs are flying off the shelves. These animals are flying. Like, we'll get them and they are gone. I'm like, yeah, we've been searching for a while. And then we'll put in, because with the COVID-19 or coronavirus, you know, a lot of places are only by email only or by appointment only. So it's not like you can go in and see how the dog reacts. That was another thing that kind of deterred me, because even like in February, I just didn't know what was going on with my job. But then later on, I was like, Mom, can we get a dog? I'm like, when we started looking, I'm like, we can apply for these dogs, but we don't know how they interact with us. Even though we didn't know how Honey interacted, and we initially did not ask for Honey. I asked for another dog. It was like a puppy. And they let us know that there was a lot of applications for that one already. Were there any other ones that we may be interested in? And I said I was looking for, you know, a younger dog. And the only one that was on there was Luna, Honey. Of course, in my complex, you can't have any aggressive dogs. So like pit bulls, Rottweilers, German Shepherds. Even though our dog Lacey was a German Shepherd Rottweiler mix, she was a companion dog. Like when my husband passed, Jamez's counselor or counselor filled out paperwork for her. So that was like our companion dog for like our depression. But besides that, that's why it's kind of, I wouldn't mind one of the aggressive type dogs, but we just can't have them in our complex. And eventually, if I do want to move, obviously my dogs will come with me, and that will be harder to find a place that will accept any type of dog. So yeah, we are stuck with Luna. And once again, Luna is a terrier miniature pincher mix, and we don't know what Honey is. We don't know what she is, but she's a good girl, y'all. She's a good girl. Can't wait to show you more of her in the future. Luna, look at me. Hi, baby. Oh, Amazon has been putting out hours recently, and I'm like, ooh, but I'm not in the mood to work an overnight shift. They're like 6.5-hour shifts, and I'm like, not right now. I don't want that right now. So these mosquitoes are out. I don't know how much I'm gonna be out here for. There's a mosquito out here, Nuki. There's a mosquito. There's a mosquito. I should put some spray on. But we don't need no mosquito biting us, do we? She about to be relaxing. Luna be living her best life, y'all. Y'all already know that. What are you barking at? Wiping your butt on the grass, stinky butt. You got stinky booty. But let me know, what do you guys think of pets? I mean, they're wonderful. What kind of pet do you have? Do you have a pet? whether it's a cat, gerbil, rabbit, let me know down below. And yeah, what is your favorite thing about them? They're good, very good companions. Even though Luna's not a cuddly one, baby girl Honey is. She definitely is. So that's wonderful. I'm happy that we got Honey. You know, as you search for a while and you kind of give up and then you get something, it's just like everything works out for a reason. Just like with the job that I kept applying for jobs. And now we're all working from home and everything works out for a reason. It's crazy. Sometimes you just have to be patient. Gotta be patient and trust the process. Trust the process and know that everything falls in line. No, everything does not work out in the time frame that you would expect it. So you may feel like, after applying for so many dogs, like I would give up for weeks at a time. Jamez would keep looking. I tell him, stop looking because you're giving up your own hopes. It gets very frustrating for looking and putting in for dogs 4 months straight and keep getting decline. And then a lot of them were saying, oh, they're not good with men. They're not good with kids. They're not good with other dogs. They need a fenced yard. Now, if you look at Luna, you would think she would do good with a fenced yard. She's a jumper, though, so her fence would have to be very, very high. But she is a jumper. But she does good in the house. We let her out. We let her roam free from time to time. Or I let her run with me while I'm on the bike. So she stretches her legs. But, I don't know. I feel like sometimes some of these dogs, people would be so loving towards them. But the adoption process, I feel like it's so hard. I don't feel like it should be that hard. And most of the times it may not be, but because of the quarantine and everything going by application and stuff like that, it is just I put in for a couple of dogs and they were like, what kind of medicine do you give them? What kind of this do you give them? I'm like, are you serious? I'm gonna take care of my pet. I don't have to know all of these different things. This is crazy. And Gemma's like, well, if you really want them, you would. I'm like, I shouldn't have to give my whole life story. I guess they just want the dogs to be in a nice home. I totally get it. I get it. But I never thought the adoption process would be so hard. Us getting Honey was just like this. The dog you applied for wasn't when we got Luna, it was easy. We like this dog. She's a good size. She's a good age. We got Luna. That was it. You know what I mean? And I think with the SPCA, that is a lot easier. I will say I did put in for some other dogs at SPCA. And it was just hard. For some of them, because they're like, oh yeah, that one wouldn't be a good fit, because a lot of these dogs are in foster homes and they can see how the dogs interact, which I understand, but give them a chance. And I know they don't want the dogs to go back into the system. I totally get it, but sometimes I'm just feeling like you are not even giving them a real chance, The other dogs are over there. So cute. Family riding their bike together. And I think I know why the collar makes her look different, because it matches. I've never realized the blackness in her eye, under her eyes or around her eyes. So that's why it makes her look different, and it brings out the darkness from her face. You see how she's so cool, calm, and collected when she by herself, but when what you call it, Honey's out here, she all hyper and trying to be bossy, like, don't be by my mom. I know this was a long chat, but yeah, it's just to say that adopting is wonderful. Having a pet is wonderful. The adoption process was so hard. I mean, not hard to get Honey per se, but just for us looking. But at the end of the day, what we got and when we got it came at the right time. So I'm very happy that we have her. Looking at all of the other dogs that we put in for, I wouldn't say that they would make my family complete. So it's crazy. It's just crazy. But I'm happy to have her, happy to have Luna. And one reason why I do like to adopt younger dogs is because me and Jamez have experienced a lot of loss. And if we had gotten an older dog, you figure a couple years down the line, you know, the dogs would pass away. So that's why I personally don't want or never try to get an older dog. We had got Lacey when she was 3 going on 4 from my brother, and we had her for 4 or 5 years. Yeah, we had her like 5.5 years, 6 years almost, and then she passed. But yeah, that's why, I mean, I know older dogs will be just as grateful, but that's my reason for wanting a younger dog. And not just that they wouldn't be set in their ways, but my main reason is because I wouldn't want a dog that will be passing away a couple years from now. I want to grow a little bit older with these dogs, and I just don't want me and Jamez to experience a loss, because it's really hard, y'all. When you lose a pet, it's like losing a family member, and we've lost a lot of family members, and yeah. Uh-oh, here they go, they're coming back. What happened?
How long was that video?
Oh no, this is a new one. The other one was face down way too much.
Well, that's what happens when you have it all the way over here. Okay, love you.
You back out? You going in?
I might back out.
Are you going in? No. She used the bathroom. Love you too. She used the bathroom.
That you want? That you want? You said she used the bathroom, and you're like, let me.
Oh, just asking if she used the bathroom.
Wait, why you say let me?
Oh, nothing. Have your tool.
I'm tired, but I'm not tired.
Yeah. Did you take a nap?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you bring out my water? Can you fill it up and put some ice in there? Thank you.
Sure.
It's in there.
I looked at this here and started flying. Like a little bit of attacking.
All right, y'all. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.